I'm marketing masterclass for e-commerce. My name is Chris and I work for the Freedom Club. And these are all my students jumping on in. We got a bunch of questions to go through. We're looking at live Facebook ad data tonight. We'll be looking at landing pages. We're looking at all the things that increase your conversions and make you more money. That's what this is all about. What's up, Max? Let me move this over and have a look at all the questions we have. Can I have a look at your ad account? Can you please have my, yeah, here is my email address for you to invite. 1 second. Okay, events. Where am I? Where are we? Alizi, you got a few questions? Cool. I'm here to help. Is that this one here? March 4th? Yeah, that's this one. Okay, questions. We've got 8 questions to get through. Let's roll up our sleeves. Okay. Rich. Okay, oh, wait. Alizi, did you have your question in here? If you can you pop your question into this event so that I can get to it, and I'll refresh my screen once that's done. Okay. Rich, you launched your ads on Sunday. You've kept everything untouched for clean data. You've been taking notes from coaching calls and you have a list of potential improvements, but you wanted to let the ads run so the data is clearer. No, that's not a bad idea, yeah. CPM is quite high. The most spend is going to the statics with very little, none to the videos. Okay. Can I take a look at the ad account? I don't think I have little or lift aura, but I'll check. Because I definitely can't remember everyone I've got access to. That would be impossible. Lift aura. No, I don't see a lift aura. So if you want me to review your ad account, make sure you invite me. I'll give you my email address, Rich. Please invite me to your ad account. Is chrisevers3030@gmail.com. You added me. Okay. All right. Let me go into my email and try and find it. Lift aura. Sorry, you have no idea how many invitations I get. Okay, log into invitation. Here we go. Any second now. Ad manager campaigns. I believe this should be it. Wait a minute, no ad accounts to show. Hold on 1 second. Ad account. Lift aura. Assign people. Assign me. Okay, lift aura, here we go. Let me share my screen. Okay, $178 per purchase. CPM, whoa, way too high. So the idea, oh, damn. 5 checkouts, 1 purchase. The idea of not touching your ads to get clean data is not really the best idea. If an ad's not working, we should definitely turn it off. Now, you were testing anti-aging, broad physical fitness, health and wellness, and stress. Okay. And your performance and clicks. Cost per click is astronomical, but your click-through rate is actually pretty good. So we got to figure out why your CPM is so high. I actually found the same thing. Is this red light? Yeah, I found the same thing when I was selling red light too. I did get a pretty high CPM. With your CPMs, they should come down over time if you do the right thing. If you do the right thing, they should come down over time, but it would require more investment into these ads. How much spend do you stop an ad at if it's not performing well? Well, I mean, in an individual ad, I wouldn't. It's a very open-ended question. I don't know how to answer it quickly. Okay, Lift Aura. Red light therapy wrap is designed to work at a cellular level, targeting the root of your tension, the root of tension your body accumulates. Okay, you're getting pretty decent click-through rates. What I've found with my ads is that when I have Australia's #1 on the ads, Facebook considers that, and Facebook can read the text on your images now. When you have something like Australia's #1, Facebook counts that as being an outlandish claim. And when you have a claim like that, it's like, hey, it's a bit spammy, it's a little bit on the nose, we're going to give you higher CPMs to encourage you to don't speak like that about your product. We don't want to have unrealistic claims. Not to say that you did the wrong thing, it's just that this could be one of the reasons why your CPM is high. I found the same thing on some of my products. Now, you also mentioned pain relief, pain relief and deep restoration. I think the pain relief here could be another reason why your ad is getting a high CPM. Anything that mentions like pain can typically also get one. Now, another reason why you might be getting high CPMs is if lots of people are clicking on the ad, but there are a lot of people are also clicking away from your website. If your what do we call it? Your bounce rate. If your bounce rate is too high, you can have a very high CPM. So looking at where this is spent, we've only spent $30. I'd actually really like to spend more money on anti-aging. For some reason, that one and health and wellness. The broad isn't really working for you very well at 1.67 click-through. I'm assuming these are all the same ads. Yeah, these are all the same ads. So that's cool. That's cool that you've given me a bit of audience testing all with the same ads. That way we can figure out the best audience. So why don't we turn some off? It's interesting that anti-aging got you the click. I wouldn't have expected it to, but it did. Sorry, got you the purchase. The other ones that nearly worked well, like look at this, we had custom. So broad, I would just turn off. We don't need broad. It had no add to carts, it had no checkouts. Just turn that right off. come back to broad once your pixel has more data. Now, physical fitness, health and wellness, and stress. They did okay. Stress had an add to cart, but no checkout. But its performance wise, CPM was very high. Oh, it actually had a decent click-through rate. That's interesting. Interesting. So what would I do? What I would actually do is I would turn all of these off and I would duplicate one of them. And it looks like physical fitness, health and wellness, and stress are giving you the best cost per clicks and the best CTRs. I think if you combine them all by duplicating stress, right, and then adding health and wellness and physical fitness into the interests, might give you an ad set that would work really nicely. Okay, so that's what I would do. We've identified our best 3 targeting. Now you might be thinking, hey Chris, I had the purchase in anti-aging and that might be an idea, but the problem with anti-aging is your click-through was quite low and your cost per click was really high. I think it was a bit of a fluke that you ended up getting a sale in anti-aging. I think your best bet are these 3 targets. So now we can go and create an ad set, turn all these off and create a brand new ad set. And now we can focus on actually figuring out what's the best ads to use. Now you mentioned that all of the statics are taking all of the spend and none of your videos. So what I would tend to do in this situation is I would duplicate this and obviously, like I said, put the keywords in that we're going to put in. And I would make 2 ad sets, one without the images and one with just everything, and just let them run for another week. If it really doesn't work after 4 to 5 days, we can turn them off. That's cool. I just want to see what happens when the videos are in their own ad set and they are allowed to spend, and whether or not they make more money than the statics. Now the static images you've got, let's have a look at them real quick. Nice. Nice. Nice images. Very, very nice. What I want you to do is reduce the text on them. So go back and edit those, reduce the text, and run them again. Obviously getting rid of the Australia's #1 red light therapy wrap. Get rid of that stuff. That's okay. I think the natural relief 8,000 Aussies use daily. That's pretty good. How do you add Chris to your ad account? You go into your business manager, go into people, and you invite me into your business. Pretty much. Oops, that's the wrong email address. Sorry. My email address is Chris. Let's put that one. Ah, great. Hey, good job. You made those yourself? Damn, man, you're gonna be great at this. If you can make those yourself, you are gonna do amazing. I can't even make ads that good. I have a team who makes them. All right, man, let's take a look at your website real quick. So first up, this product doesn't look like the product in the video or the images. It's not blue, and this one's blue. So the product looks bad. I mean, the way you've got it looks good, but it doesn't look like the product you're selling. That'll put people off. In fact, every different product image that you're using, the product looks very different. And yes, that makes a difference. We need to make that product look more consistent. It looks more like this in real life, by the way. Release chronic tension for restored daily energy, reduce inflammation for faster muscle recovery, relieve pain. Okay. Yeah, not bad. You get the bundle, cool. This is good, very good. What I didn't see I didn't see a pop-up for an email. So you need to have an email pop-up and you need to have your automations running. You have got to have email, guys. You've got to. There is no way around this. If you want to make money with e-commerce, email has got to be your number one focus. And I know it doesn't seem like it. You just got to trust me on this. Let me show you my email, all right? So I use an app called OmniSend for my email. This is how my account looks. So this is the last 7 days. This is US dollars. So this is just money coming into me automatically. Automated money on tap. And campaign wise, this is the kind, like these are all US dollars. Every time I send an email, I make 2 or 3 grand. Every single time. Sometimes even more. What I've done in my business is I've invested in growing my customers and building an email list and nurturing that email list. That way, even if one day Facebook ads make no sense for me anymore and I can't make profitable, and there's been times where my ads on Homecraftology weren't profitable and I had to rely on my emails to keep me afloat. So let's get your pop-up fixed. And I want you to, when you're looking at your pop-up, let me show you one more thing. Okay, forms are one of the most important parts of the website. And you can see here, my form is at 11.5% submit rate. That is exceptionally high. Now, there are students out there who have an even higher submit rate, and I get jealous. I absolutely get jealous of bigger numbers, but 11.5 is bloody good. Most submit rates are about 5 to 6%. How you get your submit rate up by this much is constantly doing A/B tests. Oh, so have I got an A/B test running, do I? I didn't think I did. No, I don't right now. How you would make an A/B test is you go edit A/B test. You'll be given 2 versions of your pop-up and then you go and edit one. And what you want to check, you want to check that you have a nice image up the top. You want to check that you've got a good offer. And in my experience, the best offer to make is a mystery discount. But the image makes a huge impact. Oh, that should, well, I've been on here for more than 20 seconds and we didn't get a pop-up. So something's not working. Maybe your OmniSend is not installed on your theme correctly. You might want to go onto your theme and check that. You go onto theme, edit your theme, go into apps, make sure that the OmniSend app is turned on. But yeah, it's definitely not working. And I don't like it on 60% of the page. It should be around 15 seconds at max, 15 seconds. So Homecraft is at 30 seconds. Damn. And exit at 10. I don't want that. Wait a minute. This is version 2. I'm confusing myself here. Let's just go edit. Yeah, 15 seconds is what you should be looking at for when your pop-up executes. Okay? Anyway, emails. I can't drill that into your heads hard enough. If you want to build a business that supports you, you got to nurture your emails. All right. Good luck with your red lights. I'm going to move on to the next question. Charlie. If relaunched your ads on the 26th of Feb for frequent travelers, turned off after 5 days, no sales, getting to the point where you think you should close the store. Let's review. Power Zing. All right. Have I seen your store before? Perhaps I owe you an apology, Rich. Perhaps I've seen your store before and I've already closed down the pop-up, but that could have been the case. In which case, I retract all previous statements. Yeah, no problem, mate. Good luck with the red light. Okay. what are we doing here? We've got relaunched on the 26th. Let's go from the 26th. $100, $5 per click. CPM was so bloody high. That's ridiculously high. Why was it so high? No add to carts, no checkouts. The problem is, when your CPM is this high, it's costing you $5 per click. You only got 28 clicks. It's really hard to make a decision off 28 clicks. If your conversion rate is 2%, you may not even get an add to cart at 28 clicks. And most e-commerce stores are at 28%. Let's look at where your money was spent. So $135 and $140 on your CPM. There's something wrong here.
Hi, it's Charlie from Housing, based in Sydney, Australia. I hate stressing about low phone batteries, especially when I'm off grid where I don't have power or when I've forgotten to charge my phone. So that's why I've got the Solar Zinky. It's so pocket friendly, it gives you a quick boost within minutes, and best of all, it's got a solar panel.
Okay. It can't be the ad. It's decent. It's a decent ad. It's a good founder ad. Let's check the website real quick. I'm pretty sure the website was fine from memory. I think you're right, my friend. I think it's probably time to pivot to a different product type completely. It was a cool idea, and God, you did a great job. You did everything right. You absolutely nailed the landing page. This is exactly what I would do, and unfortunately, sometimes this happens. If this was me and I had those results, I would just pivot. And you don't have to start a new store. Literally just change your URL if you want to a new product and use the same store, use the same theme, and just rebrand it into something new. Find a new product that excites you. It was a very cool idea, like I said. So you did really well. And knowing how good you got this, and now that you've learned what to do, I have full expectation and belief that you will absolutely nail the next one too. The problem with this one was the CPM, and look, the CPM could be, I don't see any reason that you would have a high CPM in your ads or on your landing page. It could just be that maybe the demand just isn't there for this one. All right, good luck with the next one, my friend. I have had students who have launched one store, did nothing, 2 stores, did nothing, and then on the 3rd store knocked it out of the park. It just takes time. Like, it just takes finding the right product. Charlie, relaunch. That was you. Alex launched ads on Monday on Flow State. Had 3 sales, but the ad results are terrible. Okay. Let me know how you can improve them. You chose to do only image ads as initially with previous websites. Meta never spent any money on the video ads. Given it's a pain-related product, would videos work better? Videos always work better, and sometimes you need to kind of force Meta to spend the money on the videos. If in the case that it's not, what I tend to do is duplicate the ad set and remove all other ads to force Meta to get to know the videos. I don't know if that's loading slow because I'm streaming or if it's just a really big file. I've found that when I put GIFs or videos in the product images, it can have that effect where it doesn't load up and you can lose people there. That can actually be a conversion killer. So what I would recommend you do is remove the video file from your product images. The rest are fine. The rest are good product images. What do we call this one? Flow state. I can't find flow state. I don't know if I have access to your ad account. Maybe can you tell me if you sent it to me? No, you sent an invite earlier. Okay. No, I don't see it actually. Wait a minute. Yeah, I found it. I found it. Don't worry. I got it. All right, give me a second. I'm just getting access to your account now. People. Chris. Okay. All right, here we go. Flow state. 2 purchases at 62 buckaroos. That's what we want to see. $70 CPM. I thought you said your stats suck. They look great. CTR above 1.5%. Cost per click a little bit high, but we just got to work on that CTR. The CPM is still high at $70, and we probably can make it easier. Mate, you're heading in the right direction. The CPM's probably going to come down over time. $60 per sale. Where is the actual product? For a $120 product, you kind of break even, right? These stacks look fantastic. What are you smoking over there? $44 on the C1. Okay, so C1 Facebook thought was the best ad. Terrible CTR. Yeah, that one we want to kill. Mate, you're breaking even. Okay. You've been looking at the CTR and cost per click? Yeah, the cost per click is quite high, but your CTR is fantastic. Look at these, 3%, 2.2, 2.17, 4% CTR. Disgusting. I would have never thought that this particular product would get a 3% CTR. Absolutely disgusting. But it did. If you look at your custom, 1 add to cart, 1 checkout. I don't know how that person purchased without checking out, but they did. Dude, this is great. Now that you've turned off C1, this ad set should start to perform even better. Now, C6 and C4, these look very similar. And I want you to be aware of this. C6 and C4, they're the same, right? It's the same image. Now, when Facebook catalogs the ads that you create, its AI looks at the image. And when the image is too similar, when you just change the words, it actually categorizes them as the same image. Even though they're slightly different, it gives it the same content ID. So we don't want any ads running that look too similar, because Facebook will get confused and it won't know which one to send traffic to. So turn off the one that doesn't work. Probably C6. Given that C4 had the sale. Let's get some video ads going, man. If you can break even just off these image ads alone, it's definitely time to go and get some video ads. Yeah, add them in. Keep things simple, man. Add them into this ad set. But for me, I'd be getting UGC. And well done. I actually think this is going to be highly profitable for you. Absolutely well done. Really well done. Okay, where were we? Max, Pure Nest. You're welcome. Yeah, if those are my ad stats, I'd be very happy. All right, Pure Nest, what are we asking? Increase the budget of the CBO, change the hero image. You also feedback on the new section that you've added. Okay. 16 purchases at $53 a purchase. Yeah, we're heading in the right direction. How are we doing the last couple of days? $60 per purchase. Okay. Could be better. We want it to be better. The last couple of days have been a little bit more expensive. Cost per click is good. CTR is amazing. That's CTR. 4 purchases. And how many? Oh, damn. That sucks. 13 checkout initiates and 4 purchases. You are so close. I know I keep saying that. We just got to get more people coming back and finishing their purchase. That's what we need to do. I know that's probably what a lot of us need to do, and that is the challenge of ecom. All right, let's take a look at your website. Pure Nest toxin-free teak wood utensil set. Can you please reduce the size of the product name here? It's too big. It's taking up way too much space. Way too much space. Okay, $109. We can probably do better, I think, with the USPs. These USPs are okay. Essentially, the fourth one, make your kitchen safer, is the same thing. It'd be really good, I think, to... the one thing you're not mentioning in the USPs is plastic. You got microplastics out of meals. We don't have non-toxic. Reduce chemical exposure daily. See, reduce chemical exposure daily it's interesting, but it's not like fully we're going to get rid of chemicals. Something like 100% chemical free sounds so much better than reduce chemicals daily. And complete 100% plastic and plastic free and non-toxic sounds better than keep microplastics out of meals. The other thing that we're not mentioning here is quality. Now you've got made from 100% natural teak wood on the image here, but we don't have it here. So like you could be saying like a premium quality lifetime guarantee to make people understand that this is going to last you. These are like, you buy these once and you won't buy these again for 15 years or if ever. And we kind of want that to come across in the USP. So I think making these stronger, and maybe even if you can come up with some nice icons other than the ticks, maybe that will help. But the ticks are fine. The ticks are fine. But you know, we got to make these a lot stronger. Okay. Why scientists are concerned about microplastics in our bodies? That is too many words. More like microplastics are poisoning your body. That is marketing. And then these are pretty good. These are clean. Yeah, less words and stronger words. We can't control everything our families are exposed to, but we can control what touches their food. That's why thousands of Australians are switching from plastic to natural teak. Yep. Remove toxins from your kitchen. Cool. Built to last through daily cooking. Cool. A safer choice for Aussie families. Cool. So you got the money back guarantee. You got the guarantee there, but there's not a lot of talk about quality and about the fact that this is like a, I don't know how to word it, but the fact that this is like a one purchase that you don't purchase again. You know, it's kind of like my flat iron pan. I bought it 8 years ago. I'm never going to need a flat iron pan again. This is a lifetime purchase, and you could maybe go down that route with these things. This is like the once-off family purchase that once you buy these, you won't ever go back. Okay, you want my UGC guy? Give me my UGC guy. 1 second. So you're almost there in this one. Almost there. There's obviously something that is just stopping people that we just gotta get one more thing to get them over the edge. Do you know what I mean? They're right on the edge of buying. So this link I'm going to give you is for my video guy. His name is Mohammed. He would love to work with you and all of you guys. Tell him that Chris sent you, and he will look after you. But you don't just stop at like one video. Like if you just start at one video, and if things start to work out and you want to scale, then you go and get him to make more videos. He's fantastic, but he's going to require you to have your videos that you've already got so that he has footage that he can reuse. So you're almost there, buddy. You're almost there. We just got to get that conversion rate a tiny bit higher for those people who have checked out. Remember, the checkout rate should be no more than double what your purchase rate is. So we got 4 purchases. I would have expected you to get at least 6 or 7 purchases out of this one, which would have made you a lot more profitable. So you're almost there. You just got to find that last thing to push people over the edge to purchase. And it might be, actually, I don't know what this image here is. I think that's a waste of space. What is that supposed to be? It's just sitting in the middle of nowhere. It could be something to do with urgency. Now you got offer expires. I'm not a huge fan of offer expire countdowns. When you say autumn flash sale, are we in autumn already? Oh, damn. We're in autumn. I didn't realize we're in autumn already. I'm just thinking how we can add a bit more, a bit more now, a bit more urgency, but maybe you have to have a think about that. All right. Hopefully those changes will make all the difference. And always, Alex, Alex, is that yours? Or your flow state? Max. Always make sure you're keeping a tab of the competition, not just here in Australia. I have actually seen those for sale in a bunch of different markets. So make sure you're looking at your competition everywhere. There's a cool tool that I use as well that I won't talk about that here. We don't have time for that. All right, Miguel. 2 questions. Waiting on UGC. Your credit says 2 to 3 weeks. Is this normal? Hard to say because I can't remember what you're selling. It might be a bit slow, to be honest. Most of the time when I order UGC, the day they get the actual package, within a day or 2, I've got my videos. So not entirely normal, I don't think. If you're using Freedom Club UGC, they can take 2 to 3 weeks because they go and actually write all the scripts and find the creators, and that takes time. You're not sure what to do in the meantime. You feel like you have enough time to test another store while waiting. You have another store ready to launch in Shopify. You need to buy the domain, make the ads to set the emails. Would you need to change anything with the pixel? Well, yeah, you're going to need to have a new Facebook account. You're going to need to have a second pixel. You can't share pixels between Shopify stores. Your competitor is running 86 of 480 ads using long-form story AI generated related imagery. Should you try this too? Whoa, those are long ads. I mean, anyone who has time to finish reading all this, maybe. Personally, I hate these ads. What are they even selling? What? What in the bejesus is this going on about?
It's not exactly clear whether they even truly exist or could be shown to in the physical universe. If they do, if one day physics finds a use for them, that's great. But if not, that's great too.
Okay, so we're telling an emotional story. It's interesting. We're telling an emotional story about how they said she couldn't travel, but she went anyway. She showed up at the airport and struggled, looked flustered. You know what?
That would mean that we have, with this
Jesus Christ. You guys know that I've done a lot of marketing, right? And it's not just e-commerce that I sell. I am a contractor in an agency, and I manage accounts for over 20 or 30 other businesses. In the past, to become an agency partner, I had done lots of ads for lots of people, and a lot of the people that I worked with previously were affiliate marketers who would try and sell basically pyramid schemes, right? And their way of advertising these pyramid schemes, you guys may have heard of a Nagic. That was a lot of my clients were Nagic customers, like a Nagic spokespeople. Part of their strategy that I came up with them was to build long stories about overcoming adversity and basically building an emotional connection with the audience. And we did find that long format like this worked really, really well, because if you can engage them, Facebook counts that as engagement. Facebook loves it when you engage somebody. And reading is engagement. As they scroll through this, Facebook knows, and it's like, hey, this is a good ad. Let's show it to more people for cheap. Then they got just a regular photo there of somebody that the person is engaging with or putting the same level at. Bloody brilliant. And it really worked. We would sell $20,000 sales from ads like these. I mean, it was a longer format. It was a longer process. Like, they click on the ad, they become a lead, and you got to nurture the lead and do all those things. But this was the format that we used. I'm so surprised to see these guys doing the same thing. As for whether or not you should, Jesus, man, the only way to know is to test. And since seeing this, thank you so much, Miguel, for sharing this with me. I can tell you, I will 100% be testing this on Homecraftology. 100% I'll be testing this. In fact, I may even test this on my bag store. I'm not selling the same bag as you, but I might. Shit, I need to send this to my business partner. Hold on. You're thinking of inputting this text and using... You're thinking of inputting the text of this ad and using Claude... Yeah, great. You'd love to see this on my store? Look, I love it. I like this one too because it's a photo of a woman with the bags in the background there, and that's kind of cool. Will this work? I have no idea. I got no idea if this will work or not. They've been running them for about a month though, so they must be working if they've been running them for a month. That is crazy. What an amazing find. Look at the long copy. And it's not just stories. This one is like a normal looking ad here. Either these guys have an absolutely genius marketer behind them, or they've stumbled across an ad format that's killing it right now, or it's not going to work and it's going to fall over in your face. I don't know. I want you to go check it out. I'm going to go check it out. Let's meet next week and let's discuss our results. Wow. I don't often see absolute game changers like this, but this could be one. This could be one. So what are you going to do? Yeah, if you're going to be waiting for UGC, I wouldn't start a new store. If you're waiting for UGC and you're bored, I don't think that's enough for me to just go start a new store, because you're going to fall into the same problem where you're going to need to buy your UGC. That's going to take time, and then it's really difficult sometimes to scale two businesses at once. It's easy to have another store when you've already got a store that's killing it. It's very challenging, money-wise, to scale too, because you're going to have good days and bad days. You're going to have to invest in UGC, and unless you got deep pockets, you may just run out of runway. So if you have deep pockets, if you're going to be investing lots into your new business as well, then maybe go ahead. But my advice to you there is to build a team. The only reason I can have more than one store is because I have a team. I got people who build my stores for me. I got people who build my landing pages for me. I got people who do my customer support. I got people who do my ads. And so that I can kind of just orchestrate the whole thing. And that's the only reason I can have multiple businesses. Wow, Miguel, I'm so impressed. Thank you so much for sharing that. You looks like they target 30. Yeah, these types of ads are the exact type of people that my customers were targeting. 30 to 60-year-old women who love to read. This wouldn't work for a men's product. Probably. It might. We don't know until we test. All right. Nathaniel and Claire. Luna Skin. What did you say it was? We've got a new product on Luna Skin, but you haven't told me what it is. And what am I supposed to do? Do I have access to your ad account? Maybe I do. I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, there was a question on YouTube as well. ATNC Media. 20 add to carts, 9 checkouts and 2 purchases in 6 days, roughly 200 ad spend. You're not sure what to fix on your website. Is there any chance I could take a look? I can, but you can't actually share links in the Google Stream, unfortunately. It doesn't allow you. I don't know how to fix it. So you won't be able to tell me what your website is. Nathaniel, I should have access to your ads. Okay, let's have a look. I do. Look at that. All right. What are we doing here? Last 30 days. Well, let's look at the last week. IPL test. Ooh. Oh, shit, man. Dude. This isn't working for you, is it? You're not getting conversions? Yeah, you haven't had any purchases, have you? And you know what? You're never going to get purchases. Because do you know why? You're asking Facebook for add to carts. Oh, I hate it when this happens. You're not the first person to do it, And certainly I have made this mistake a couple of times. Look, your cost per result says 15 add to carts because you're telling Facebook to give you add to carts. And when you ask Facebook to give you add to carts, it only shows your ads to people who never purchase, because that's the only way to get add to carts. So we need to change all of your ads. All of you probably want to redo the whole thing from scratch. Unfortunately, all that money is wasted. Your conversion event is add to cart. Don't feel bad. I had someone who spent $1,000 doing this. $1,000 before they realized they completely wasted their money. I was like, I am so sorry to tell you that this is never gonna work. All right, so you want to duplicate this entire campaign because you can't change it now. And turn it off, and then make sure next time when you do it that the conversion event is purchase. Double check it. And I bet you will never make this mistake ever again. Because I know I haven't. Okay, you're doing the IPLs. There's no point me looking over your ad results because these look very positive and they're going to look really, really positive. You're going to get really cheap CPMs. I betcha. If I look at your CPM, yeah, really cheap CPMs, really probably good cost per click. Look at that, amazing cost per click, amazing CTR, because this is trash cheap traffic. And unfortunately, when you relaunch, you're not going to get these amazing results, but you will probably get purchases. So I'll see you next week. Okay, Alex and Jen launched your ads and got sales on day 3 and 4, but they've dried up. Not sure if you stuffed something up. I don't know if I've ever seen a cleaner account. We'll take a quick look. I don't know if I have access to your ads. No, I don't. I don't remember seeing this. Oh, this product. I'm going to be completely honest. This product went nuts about a year or two ago. About a year ago. Oh, you've got EM dashes. Get rid of them because it just looks like you've copied and pasted from AI. I can't be sure if this product is worth advertising anymore unless you have a really unique angle. I feel like it went crazy. And I mean, we had a coach running this who made enormous amounts of money off this one, and it dried up for her too. I do have to say, I love your website. I love your logo. I love how clean this is. I like your colors. It's really nice. It might be under buy cleaner. Okay, I accepted it. Ah, okay, thanks. No, it's just cleaner. I can see it here. I'll get to it this way. I accepted into the business profile, but I didn't give myself access to your ads. I'll do that now. God, great branding. Are you into design? Okay, what I need you to do is go into your business profile, click on add accounts, and I need you to then assign Chris to your ad account. I don't have permission to do that for myself inside your ad account, so I need you to do it for me. Yeah, that logo alone is almost enough to make me want to buy, to be honest. What products do we have in the meantime? So we're selling the electric scrubber. We got lint cleaner, we got a toilet thingamajiggity, and then the crevice cleaner. Yeah. These may be done. Oh, look. Happy to help you become rich. Stay on these calls. Do not give up, and you will become rich. Basically, that's it. That's the secret. Just keep showing up, and eventually you will hit the right product. It will work for you. And the amount of times that I hear that students nearly had enough, they nearly gave up, and they just had one more go, and boom. It might not be the first product you launch. It might not even be the first website you launch, but within the first 2, sometimes 3, you will hit something. You will. I was the same. Home Craftology was my 3rd attempt at e-commerce. And then that's when I really understood how to make a customer first brand. And even now, sometimes I launch stores that just don't work. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. I'll still get sales. Sometimes I just don't get enough sales to make me excited. I haven't launched a store that couldn't at least break even in a long time. I'll put it that way. So did you fix that assignment up? I'll just refresh my screen. No, it's not there yet. So I'll show you what you need to do. In your business, under the ad accounts here, you can see here, I can't assign myself your ad account. I need you to go in here and assign that. So under your ad accounts, click on the one and go assign people, click on Chris and then assign me. Once that's done, I can have a look. But please hurry up because I am desperately running out of Steam. I'm running out of steam. I'm out of caffeine too. Got it? Cool. There we go. Okay, open in Ads Manager. We're off. We are off. Okay, 2 purchases. Oh, well, what in the hell? $50 a purchase? It's better than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Hot diggity damn. I didn't think this would still work. All right. Got a bunch of different audiences here. Home and cleaning for the bloody win, man. Oh, it's only spent $3. Is this a CBO? Okay. So you haven't done anything wrong. Okay, I'm not going to tell you you've done something wrong, but I will tell you that what this means. So you've made a campaign budget. And look, we have to understand the tools that we're using for what we're trying to do. So you've had a campaign budget, but we're testing different targeting, right? But with a campaign budget, what we're saying to Facebook is, hey, you figure out where to allocate the spend to help me get more conversions, rather than saying, hey Facebook, I want you to test all of these fairly and individually. So it kind of defeats the purpose of what you're trying to do, because what we wanted was even amount of data spent on all of these different targetings so that we could figure out the best targeting for you. Unfortunately, I can't tell you, because I don't trust these stats, because Facebook is figuring out who to target in all of these. But at a guess, broad actually worked quite well. Broad engaged shoppers worked really well. So what I would probably do is turn everything off for now, except for maybe what spent the most. Okay. What spent the most is usually an indication that that one was Facebook's favorite. And what spent the most was broad and technology and shopping. So what I would probably, technology had the worst click-through with the highest cost per click. I would turn technology off. Yes, it had a purchase at $20. I just think that when you try and spend more money, it's not going to scale well. Same with home appliances at 1% click-through, but it's hard to say because it hasn't spent much money. It's only spent $4. You could spend another $5, $10 and get 3 clicks, and all of a sudden that changes everything. What kind of ads are we running? 2 ads. Okay. What I would do? Can I make you something that I think will work? I'm going to do something. I'm just going to show you what I would do, and you can undo my work, okay? I'm just going to quickly do this for you because I want to try and help. I turn everything off. We're going to keep this. We're going to keep this structure. Home and cleaning. That excites me, and that doesn't excite me, but that does sound pretty cool. We're going to duplicate that. I know I didn't wait for your permission, but if you don't like what I'm doing, you can undo it. Audience testing, home and cleaning, Chris. Okay, the first thing that I want to go do is under deep. Why can't I? Oh, you've defined your audiences. Bugger. I don't want to use a defined audience. Damn. Okay, we're going to remove that. Okay, I'll have to do this manually. So we're going to do suggest an audience. That's fine. Interest and behavior. The first thing I want to do is engage shoppers. I only want to show my ads to people who've purchased online before. All right, that's the first thing. Now I'm going to actually define it further. All of those people in Australia who have purchased before, I want to show people who like home cleaning. Now you had home cleaning. What did you put there? Home and cleaning. You have kitchen, interior design, mop. Mop is a good one. Let me put these into a text file so I can just access these a bit easier. Hold on. Okay. In this new one. So people, where's my targeting? Here we go. Engage shoppers who also are interested in mops. Absolutely. Great. And people who are into spring cleaning. Terrific. People into housekeeping. Absolutely. Household goods or cleaning. Is that a household goods or cleaning? Is that a thing? Nah, we'll just leave it. Just do cleaning. Cleaning. No, I can't see. Oh, here we go. Housekeeper, cleaning, cooking. Job titles. No, not interested in that. So we've got spring cleaning, mop cleaning, and house cleaning. this is what we want to do. Let's publish this right now. We're going to run this particular ad set for a few days and see how this one works. Now, the reason why we're doing this one, we've identified some of the keywords that work. And in fact, let's go have another look at some of these. Technology did okay, art badly. Broad did good. Shopping, home appliances did bad. Okay. Let's run this one for a few days. And let me know that the outcome on Tuesday or Monday, next Monday. I'm live next Monday. I bet you this one gets sales. Bet you it does. Where did it go? Okay, let's turn it on. Now, you haven't done the wrong thing. You've just used the tool in a difficult way, that's all. You did the right thing though. So what we did was we got some data from Facebook about some groups of people, and we looked at what we think might be the best groups of people to target, and now we're doing a test where we're trying to see if this assumption about who to target is correct. And I hope you get a couple of sales. Now, I am worried about this product. I'm not going to lie. I am worried that this has been done, but your implementation is very, very clean, and I'm excited to see if this actually does sell. It could be great. It could be great, but I do want you to start thinking, if this one doesn't work, what's your backup plan? And maybe finding a secondary cleaning tool that could also do well. Just to have a backup plan. Anyway, that's it for me tonight, guys. I have enjoyed this thoroughly, and I will be back next week for more. And I will see you guys then.